Good evening, everybody. My name is Anthony McGlone, and tonight I'm going to be reading an excerpt from Jack London's The Call of the Wild. This book was banned based off purely censorship reasons because the powers that be felt that it promoted too much individualism and empowered the individual. It was burned in piles in both Italy and Nazi Germany as part of the regime's censorship movement to ban any type of works that they deemed too dangerous. They worked against nationalism. They worked against the status quo. This book and all of Jack London's works were in the very mindset of the self-defined socialist, which was very, very fearful at the time to these people, being Hitler and Benito Mussolini. So I'm going to be reading a excerpt from chapter 5, which is The Toil of Trace and Trail. The entire book is told from the standpoint of a lead sled dog. This guy's name is Buck. It goes through him learning that he needs to defend himself. He can't just be part of the pack. He must stand alone if not only he wants to lead the pack, but if he also just wants to survive. And eventually it helps him get his own freedom with a pack of wolves, which is a pretty cool ending to the story. So yes, this excerpt specifically refers to planning and preparation. I myself am an outdoor coordinator for New Mexico State, so planning and preparation is a big deal for me, and its effects can always be detrimental. In terms of education, by promoting individualism as well as planning and preparation, I feel that you can empower the individual to become their best. All right, so here it goes. With the newcomers hopeless and forlorn, the old team was worn out by 2,500 miles of continuous trail. The outlook was anything but bright. The two men, however, were quite cheerful, and they were proud, too. They were doing the thing in style, with 14 dogs. They had seen other sleds depart over the pass for Dawson or come in from Dawson, but never had they seen a sled with as many dogs. In the Arctic nature travel, there was a reason for 14 dogs to not drag one sled, and that was that one sled could not carry the food for 14 dogs. That lesson alone goes on to play big, major detriments to the dogs, the dog teams, as well as the human drivers later on in the chapter, as by simply not taking into account the fact that they needed to be able to carry the weight for enough dogs' food, they ended up not having enough food for the dogs, and it became very, very bad for them. The lack of foresight, the lack of individualized specific planning and preparation when done at any level, even specifically in education, can have detrimental effects on the curriculum and the content delivered. And so I think this is a good lesson for everything else. Thank you.